Hey, it's Ryan, Modular Racks. We're here today to put a backbone onto the Story Till Now's Jeep Gladiator. Why are we doing this? Because I believe this should be the first documented backbone going on to a Gladiator. It's the first one in Canada. I don't know about the US, but we had this sent to us specially from Rhino-Rack to put on Shawn's Jeep here, and we wanted to give you a little video of that and hopefully some install tips that we learned in putting this in, because while it comes with instructions, we always know there's some surprises along the way. So this is the, I guess what you call the backbone portion of the backbone system. Basically a framework that goes on the inside of the fiberglass top canopy for the Gladiator here, and mounts to the existing bolt mount points that take the top off. Basically what that does is, if you come all the way up here, you can see in behind the roll bar there's a couple of mount points that mount to a pod on the outside, which is where the rack attaches to. So all that weight is distributed down this brace and to the bottom tub of the actual body of the Jeep, so that there's no load on the fiberglass top, which is where it gets all its strength from. So when you get your brace all built and you're excited because it's in place and you want to bolt everything up, take a break and remember, if you have the insulation package, put this back in, because it goes in behind here and doesn't fit. So we're taking this apart and I'm going to pop that back in. So if you've watched this video, I just saved you some time. You're welcome. So guys were asking here why we have so much larger size holes on the front as opposed to the back here. The main reason for that is that this front pad is not going to brace inside the top like it was back here. It's actually attaching directly to the roll bar. So we drill quite a large hole, and then these spacers go through, and there's 2 layers in the top here. So we then have a smaller hole on the second layer below, and then we have a bracket, which is this guy here, which literally sits on the bottom of the inside layer of the top and attaches to the roll bar. And that's how you get your support.
So that attaches to the roll bar and this attaches.
Correct. So this is going to sit right like so. And then once we've gone through, if you can see in here or not, I don't know if I can fit it in, but this basically pops up inside here. I can't get it in quite, and then a bolt bolts that in, and this bolts to that bracket. And then that roll bar is taking all the weight. Okay, so we have got the backbone installed. Haven't put the tray on yet. On the Gladiator, you can see, unlike on the Wranglers, this one has 2 mount points rather than 3. And that's simply because the roofline is not as long, and they've developed this so you can still get your Freedom Tops on and off with the tray in place. So we're just putting the legs on right now on the other side. Basically, we put our feet on here, and there'll be quick connects, and those will attach on. We can show you inside what things look like. So we've taken the insulation that's in behind the bracket here, and we found after putting this in a couple of times that we had to trim this fabric to get things to fit. And how we had to trim it is basically where this bracket sits flat up top in here against the hard top, we had to trim below that point. So you can kind of see it in back here. We trimmed all the way across. That allowed this to sit flush. It still binds up right down on the bottom a little bit, right in the corner here, but it's still enough that you can get all of the bolts and hardware into place. Keep your insulation here, or keep your insulation there, and then this back piece just needed a little bit of a trim. That's not in the instructions anywhere, but something you may want to do if you want to continue using that. Alright, so the final piece with the Rhino-Rack, which is really cool, is these. Now we've got the tray on, we've got the feet, and these are quick release feet. So you've got these little red toggles on here. These do get covered up with a little plate with a lock on them for security, but you take that plate off, and basically you want to remove this tray. You push these tabs in, like so, front and back, and that tray comes off the roof of the vehicle. You want to put it back in place, tabs in place, pull down, to lock them into position, and your tray is now installed and ready to roll. So other than locking this up, that is the backbone system on the Jeep Gladiator. Hey, Ryan Modular Rack, super stoked. We're done. We're done. The backbone by Rhino-Rack on this Jeep Gladiator. The story till now has brought this thing in, allowed us to take the first crack at putting the backbone on there. We didn't drill any extra holes. It's in place as it should be, and it looks super good. Can add a bunch of extra storage capacity. Yeah, if you've got any questions about this install, any other backbones, Rhino-Rack installations for your vehicle or the Jeep Gladiator, message us below or just get in touch. And I thank you guys for watching. Ryan, Modular Racks. So we switched up the tray here because we had the RLT 600 legs on before. They are a quick release leg. So as we showed you previous in the videos, that allowed us to take this tray off really, really easily. And if that's important to you, it's a great solution. Here, we realized for a true off-road rig, getting as low profile as possible was what was important. Rhino has thought of that as well. So we took the tray off, we switched it out with the RCL4 leg. That is not a quick release leg, but it is low profile. Don't know if you'll be able to see that in the pictures, but I'd say we lost an inch at least of height. Sits much closer to the roof, looks better, lower center of gravity, a really nice setup. So we'll show you what those look like.